hours, 36 minutes. Okay. It's 10:31 a.m. Saturday, March 6th, 2021. I haven't filmed a dream summary for a while because they depressed me. But I've been lying in bed for at least an hour or two, just remembering some of my dreams. I was walking, in this dream, I was walking to a park. I think I left the house. I said goodbye to my parents, I guess. I was like, I gotta go to the park and going to the French Laundry. And I can't remember. I know it's a restaurant that everybody goes to. But I can't remember if I was actually going to the restaurant or if I was going to do laundry. But I walked past this corner and I'm like, what? Oh, it's all the members of Dragon's Den standing in a circle and they've all got microphones in their ears. And then I'm like, oh, hey, guys, I just saw you in your Instagram story. And the guy, I guess maybe from Dragon's Den, he's the Canadian guy, the one who owns Boston Pizza. He looks at me, he's like, but I guess the look was kind of like, we're on TV, we can't talk to you. I'm like, oh, okay, so I kept walking. And I saw in the background, I posted my story. I'm like, look, it's the guy from Dragon's Den. I think I did that. And then went to a park, really big grassy park. And what was I doing? Now it's already starting to fade. It was stuck in my head there. Was I trying to do a somersault or something? I guess I was just looking at people in the park having a good time, and I'm like, can I have a good time? Was there groups of young people running around? I just remember this park, this really big park. Was I trying to talk to people? Maybe there was like a sort of a bar, like a restaurant bar, like a square that you can sit at the thing in the middle of the thing, I think, maybe? Yes, wait, that's right. I sat down at the bar, and there was my old boss, not boss, but like a group creative director at my old job, Paul, that I went to Japan with. And he's sitting there, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, hey, Josh. He was always kind of a bit of a bully or something. So then, I don't know, he's asking what I'm doing. I'm like, I can't remember. And then I'm just like, oh, he's making a drink. He had an empty glass and he poured something into it, like some clear liquid or something. But then he gets like he kept putting a lighter in it, like, chick, 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 and I'm like, what is he doing? He's trying to do drugs in this glass? Like, is it cocaine? Like, why is he sticking a lighter in the glass? And then eventually the glass goes, when it's on fire. I'm like, oh, I guess he's making like a flaming sambuca kind of drink or something. And he's doing that. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go to the other side of the bar. I got to go. And then maybe I told him about the Dragon's Den people or something. And I'm just like, which reminds me right now, I'm like, gosh, that was fun actually to fly to Japan and have little adventures. I don't think I fully appreciated it. And right now I'm just worried about the fact that, I read this study when I was turning 47 last year that, the most depressed people are in life, like on average, is like 47. And then the chart starts going up a bit. But I'm like, oh, so that means how can there be anybody who's happy? I'm trying to think, like, is there anyone who's happy after 47? Is it kind of like that's the age everybody's like, ugh. Like, I keep thinking, oh, I got to reach joy and I can still turn things around and be loved and all of this. And I remember my friend Phil was 46 and he met this girl who was 26 and they had a few kids and he moved to Calgary. I never visited him there or whatever. And then he died of cancer at like 52. And then I just saw somebody on Twitter who just died at 61 of a heart attack, like a CFL football player. He was in NFL before, and then he was a sports coach. And then who else died? Wayne Gretzky's died at 82. He had Parkinson's. That's very sad. And then I just read that a supermodel killed herself, some big model from the 80s, and she was 50. And I just saw a picture of her from like 2019 or something at an event, and she looks fine, looked very good. And then it's like, okay, so yeah, does everybody sort of hit 50 and be like, even if supermodel can't go on? That's upsetting. So my mind was just spinning as I was lying in bed here, but I kept thinking, no, I gotta get up. Oh, and also last night I saw in one of the anxiety depression Facebook groups I'm in, somebody posted, my father died today. I've never felt so lonely and alone and sad. And then other people are commenting, my father died last week or my father died 3 months ago. And and they're all saying it's unbearable, the pain is unbearable. And I've got a folder on Facebook where I save all the posts that I see where people say their dads died, and nobody's happy about it. Wade Gretzky's tweet said, at least we're glad that dad is with mom again, and that gives us peace. But I mean, nobody wants to go through that, and I don't know how anybody does, because that's the thing. Like, if you lose your parents, I mean, I imagine that having a wife and kids kind of gives you a structure. Like, I remember I found in my Hotmail recently an email from my friend Tom from high school. I hadn't checked that email in years, and it was from 3 years ago that he said his dad died, and he was telling us stories about his parents, and how they made pizza for us for the football pool and stuff. I found it because I was searching for lobby pizza in the email, trying to find like an old movie that I filmed, a short film that I never got the final edit for. And I guess lobby and pizza were in that email or something. But anyways, he's got a wife and kids. Like all my high school friends that from the gifted program, that we were all supposed to be the nerds, and they all got married and had beautiful wives and kids and lives and lawyers and tech people. And I just kind of sabotaged myself. I was like, no, I'll do. I wish somebody had been a life coach to me and said, here's the deal. Here's how your life's going to play out. Look, you've got an amazing girlfriend. Lock it down. Have a family. Have a family around you. Have grandkids. Build this life. Have a family tree that you can expand on. Have a career. Become a teacher. Like all these things that give you meaning. Because that seems to be what gives everybody purpose. You wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, I've got this class. Like the guy today, or yet last night, a comedian was talking about in the podcast convention, was saying that he's started a Facebook community when 50 people are in it, or maybe that's the paid group, or something. I don't know, maybe 100 people in his Facebook group, and they all meet and do writing every day, and this gives him purpose, gives him community. It's the happy. I think, did he say he's the happiest he's been as a comedian? And he was saying he's only 33. I think he looks very young, maybe 32, because he was saying that, if you'd told me 12 years ago that, I wouldn't be on Conan yet, I wouldn't have my own Netflix special, I'd be like, what? But he's like, none of that matters. It's like he's got community, he's got purpose. And then the guy running the podcast convention was like, I love how I've got this purpose now, this community. I serve all these people. So that's what seems to give people purpose. But he's also got a couple of kids. He's got his wife, who helps with the conference and stuff. He's in Florida. Like, I don't know how you just go on your own. I do know some people that, maybe their parents have died and they aren't married with kids or whatever, and they post on Facebook, some of my ex-girlfriends or whatever, and they don't seem to be all that happy. But I guess all you can do is just keep going, just get up in the morning. My mom's got her art show at 2. I want to go over and take some pictures of the art. And then, yeah, maybe I'll call Charles. I haven't talked to my friend Charles for a while, and I gotta think of friends I can talk to. And look how sunny it is out. It's still pretty cold out in Ottawa, but it'll be warm soon. And I don't know. There's a podcast convention in June in person. Maybe I should go to that. I don't know what the travel will be in 3 months, but I guess you just gotta get up, go upstairs, have some breakfast. Everybody's doing their thing. That's my mantra. Everybody, even The Rock, is just getting up, doing his work. Everybody's getting up and doing their thing. Good morning.